All right, so here we go. Leaving town. Got the camper all packed up. It is Thursday, whatever day it is, March 20th. Heading out towards California, gonna go to Death Valley. The goal for today is to at least get over into Utah, then just stop somewhere, see what happens. All right, we'll check in later.
First stop was to check in with Mom and say goodbye on my way out of town.
Well, here we are. We are 47 miles in and we're already in a traffic stop. Of course, it's Floyd Hill going through the mountains. Could have expected that.
Made it up over Vail Pass and eventually down into Utah. Started seeing glimpses of Capitol Reef National Park, which was supposed to be on the tour on the way back, but that plan changed. The first night in Utah at a Love's RV stop, still beautiful sunset, and then the next morning, gorgeous sunrise. I will see lots of those throughout this whole trip. Hitting the road into Arizona, a little touch of Nevada, totally missed the California one, but oh well. And I made it to Death Valley. It was a little warm, but it wasn't crazy hot. I had a pretty nice camp spot that looked down over the valley. There's my little rig set up, pretty fun. And of course, fading into the sunset one more time. Next morning, got up, decided to hit a hiking trail, found Mosaic Canyon. It was a really neat canyon with all these twists and turns and really cool rock formations. Awesome geological structures if you're into that kind of thing. Here I decided to take the high road. Haha. So the desert is prone to flash flooding, which is why it created this really unique structure. It's a beautiful day for a canyon hike here in Death Valley. Today the temperature is supposed to be about, I think, 86 degrees. I don't know. But here in the canyon right now, as you can see, if I can flip it around. Nope, I can't. But you can see behind me, the sun is just starting to come down into the canyon, and it's about 8:30. So anyway, it's a perfect day here. Not very many people out yet, which is good. But everybody's been very friendly, and it makes me think about the humanity of everything. We're all just here for one purpose, and that's to live life. What I was not anticipating was there was some rock scrambling that had to happen. You can't really tell, but these little ledges are about 5 or 6 feet high, and it was pretty comical trying to see me going up and over those. This is the dead end of the trail, but it was really pretty just to see how high up it was. Well, here I am at the top of Mosaic Canyon in Death Valley. Beautiful canyon. It comes to a complete dead end, which is awesome. It's absolutely gorgeous. As I'm out here hiking today, it kind of makes me think about life. This is my first hike on my little sabbatical. And, I decided to take some time off just to figure out what was going on in my world and figure out how I fit in with the rest of the world. That sounds a little corny, but, I find peace out here in places like this. And it's something that brings me back to just why do we have so much chaos in our lives. I think that we can do so much better for ourselves if we just take the time to breathe, stop, enjoy what's around us, enjoy life. There's no need to get upset about everything that's going on in the world, although the world is upsetting. We do live in a very difficult place. But I think that we can find harmony with each other if we really want to. And that's something that I've always been a big fan of, is trying to figure out how I can make life better for myself and for everyone else. I think I've always, I've always strived to help others when I can. Now is my time trying to help myself, of course. We all have to do that. So I preach to you, take care of yourself. Maybe you can't go into Death Valley and go hiking, but you can do something, and you just have to figure out what that is for you. This is what we would refer to as the Narrows. Sometimes life throws shit at you, piles of shit sometimes.
You get your shovel out and you keep digging, and you get more shit, and then you keep digging, and then finally you're like, oh, I don't have to dig this shit. I can go around it, and you learn, figure out some way to get through it.
All right, coming down out of the canyon, like I said, twists and turns, little rocks scrambling, pretty cool stuff though. And then you come out at the other end and you get to look down into the gorgeous valley below. After the hike, I decided to stop at the sand dunes, found some pretty flowers, and just took a couple pictures, didn't go hiking out on the dunes much. One of the main overlooks is called Zabriskie Point. Of course, beautiful stuff there as well. Took another little stop at an outlet called Artist's Palette.
Here we are at Artist's Palette, another one of nature's wonders of the world. Beautiful minerals. Completely turn around and now you're going to find mountains and snow-capped peaks. Pretty amazing place, going from the desert to the top of the mountains.
I don't recommend buying fuel in Death Valley. I was able to have a nice little campfire. Sadly, this was the only one I was able to have the entire trip because either they weren't allowed or the winds were absolutely insane and it would have burned down the entire desert. I'm not sure how you do that, but anyway, this was my only fire. And if you know anything about me, you're going to know that campfires are really my thing. So it was a little disappointing, but not the end of the world.
Here I am. I think I'm at the lowest point in my life ever.
I'm sure I'm the only person that's ever used that joke. Anyway, here I am in Badwater Basin, which is 282 feet below sea level, which is the lowest point in North America. And here's a little trivia that I just learned. Mount Whitney, which is the highest point in the contiguous United States, is only 84 miles away from here. And that is the end of the Death Valley experience. Please stay tuned as we move into the Mojave Desert.